Time now for us to look at the main contributing factors to South Africa's high road carnage statistics. Now joining me now for more is Philippa Wild, Head of Market Insights at Discovery Insure. So good to have you with us today, Philippa.
Thank you, Vivi.
Maybe if we look at the role of driving behavior and the impact that actually has on insurance, is there a direct correlation?
Correlation.
Ooh, English on a Friday afternoon, huh?
Yes, definitely. If you look at the road accidents we have, 90% or over 90% of them are caused through driver behavior, driver error. So that's whether you're looking at your cell phone, you should be concentrating on the roads, driving too fast and unable to cater or cope in those emergency situations. So it's very important that people become aware of their driving behavior and then also potentially try and improve their driving behavior to be safer on the roads.
How's Discovery going about that?
Well, we've got a product that's specifically aimed at creating a nation of great drivers. So what we do is we firstly get clients on board, we give them a telematics device. We've actually got a phone and a tag that we put on their windscreen, and it shows them all aspects of acceleration, braking, cornering, speeding, late night driving, as well as the distance that they drive, and shows them where they go wrong, where do they have harsh events. And they can get immediate feedback, which is one of the cool things, and they can actually see how they go wrong, and then they can improve right afterwards, because you know what you did in the trip just now. And then very interestingly as well is they can compete with friends. And that peer pressure, sort of competitive nature of people, you know, I want to drive better than my buddy, so that helps quite a lot. And if I'm at the moment, we've actually got a Discovery Insure driving challenge. So it's available to the whole country. You simply need to download the app. It's on iOS and Android platforms. And then you just start engaging, and people are having fun.
Are there particular stats that you see and common trends, especially in particular age groups or genders? We all like to believe that females are better drivers. Is that so?
Definitely, yes, of course. So it's very interesting. We're in day 10 now, or just after day 10 of this year's challenge. We launched it last year for 3 months as well. And so far we have 12,000 downloads. So we're seeing that on average about 60% of the downloads are from female drivers. At the moment, the female drivers are showing that they're better drivers. But what's concerning is it's only a 2% margin, which is much lower than it was last year. So guys, get out there and compete. I think you've got a chance of winning it this year.
Precisely.
Yes.
And that driver behavior change and being more conscious of it, does it actually have a direct correlation with the level of road incidents we see, and also at the end of the day, insurance premiums?
Definitely. So what we see is that our better drivers have fewer accidents, and when they do have accidents, the accidents are far less severe. So from a cost perspective, our better drivers cost us only about 50 cents to the rand of what our worst drivers cost us. And ultimately that does come through in premiums. However, the way we do it is that we actually give rewards on a monthly basis based on how well you drive.
To come back though to the consumer's pocket, sometimes it's very tricky given the fact that everyone knows that consumers are under pressure, and whenever the word telematics or tracker and these other technological devices are thrown into the mix, it also comes at a cost. For consumers then who are wary about saving as much cents but also getting maximum cover, is this something that they also need to be quite conscious of?
To an extent. I mean, we build the cost into the premium over time, so there's no once-off cost up front, which makes, I think, very user-friendly for the consumers. And of course, they've got this sort of try before you buy Discovery Insure driving challenge that they can use at the moment. So we see that engagement, the savings that we obviously generated on our side, because we have to pay out less claims, is immediately transferred back to the consumer in those monthly rewards. And that's where, if you're looking from a financial perspective, the consumer can really benefit. And especially those consumers that, you know what, they drive well. So why should they be paying higher premium rates because other, for example, under 25-year-olds have more accidents? If you're a very solid 25-year-old driver, they should be rewarded for that.
When it comes to insurance, everyone knows that it's a grudge purchase, and sometimes we see fraudulent activity taking place there. Is that quite prevalent, especially when it comes to motor insurance?
I think so, unfortunately so. I think there's potentially a culture in this country, and I think when the economic cycle goes a downturn, then people need money. And what's the easy way to make money? I suppose maybe fabricate a claim. So what we have is we have various initiatives in place to make sure that we protect our policyholders so that they don't have to pay for the claims of people that don't deserve to have claims paid through fraudulent activities.
Exactly. Thank you so much for your time today, and confirmation once again that women are better drivers. Thank you so much, Philippa. That was Philippa Wild, Head of Market Insights at Discovery Insure.